Hello and welcome back to the next session of Creating Art Over 70 with Cyan Rufus. In this session, I'm going to continue on with the JoJo 2025 charcoal painting. When I when I finished the last session, I was talking about maybe going down into this area and rendering and doing the hair. However, I want to change plans a little bit. I think I want to focus more in the eyes area and then move down into the nose and then move down into the mouth. I think I want to section it off and render it a little higher detail in these areas and then move down, as opposed to just rendering it with a low shadowing, low level shadowing, and then going back in and putting in all the detail after I've got it all in. So I'm I'm thinking that might be just a little bit e not easier, but efficient, a little bit more efficient to do it that way, where I don't, if I take it in smaller segments like that, just maybe I won't miss some of the things that is possible to miss if I do the whole thing at once, for as detailed rendering. So in this session, I'm going to try to focus on really tightening up detailed rendering, section by section. I think I'll start with one eye, move into the other eye, then down into the nose, and then down into the mouth. I went back, like I was saying earlier, I went back and did some review on some of this stuff, and some of the other artists out there, some of the really talented charcoal artists out there on YouTube. The majority of my saw, they start with the line work. I might resort to that in the next charcoal painting piece, go back to the line work as opposed to my painting style and working in proportions, because what I'm finding out with the charcoal, so if I really wanted to look really brilliant and clean, I need to keep as much of the wider surfaces clear as I possibly can through the painting process. So going forward, I think in my charcoal pieces, I think I'm going to go back, and I mean I'm going back because I did line work at first in my study pieces and in my earlier study pieces, and when I was really trying to learn, what works well for me with respect to tools and everything. So I wanted to focus on that. So I didn't do any drawing, and so I just did sketching in line work and then went from there. But in my pastel pieces, I think I still want to continue on with the painting type workflow, meaning I block in stuff like the eye cavities, the nose cavities, and get those proportions and then work out from there, as opposed to putting in the line work and just kind of coloring or painting in between the lines type of a thing. Because I really enjoy that process of drawing and painting, so I want to continue that on to strengthen my art skills with respect to that. So, continuing on with this, that's enough said, continuing on with this, JoJo 2025 charcoal painting. Let's continue. Thank you so much for watching. Let's get busy. As you can see, sometimes I like to use, when I'm painting, I like to use the filbert brush. So it seems to give me a lot of control. I use, so in the charcoal pieces I've used the filbert brush and the flat brush for the type of brush heads. I use one that seems to be a little smaller and a little more tightly wound together, and then I use one that's kind of loose to do more blending when I'm painting. Going forward, I think I want to try using sometimes I struggle using the stump, so I think going forward I might want to try to use my pastel brushes, the things that are kind of like a foam rubber tip brush that I have that was using with some of the pastels to see if I can get just a little bit more control with respect to how much of the powdered charcoal I'm able to pick up. When I use the stump it does really well, but to me it doesn't really grab enough charcoal. It seems to force me to kind of get a little more heavy-handed with my painting style. One other thing I'm trying to do is to slow just to be patient with my layering and just take little chunks at a time. Okay, ready. I think I'm gonna stop this session here. I did a lot of heavy rendering in the left eye area. I was trying a different method that I had recently went back and reviewed, and I still don't have it. So I went back to my basic painting style blending. I'm gonna try to get it. I'm still work on it and try to see if I can capture it, because it really puts the skin texture, really brings out the skin texture really well, and I'd like to be able to accomplish that in my charcoal drawings, paintings. So, but in the meantime, I'm still doing the blending with the painting style. I backed out of it, and so I'm still trying to do my basic rendering. And then once I get that to a certain level, I might try that again to really enhance the render. But I don't have it yet, so I'm still trying to get it. This When I started this piece, I didn't intend for it to be a study piece. I really didn't. But sometimes when you get into a piece, it starts to lead you in a direction that you really want to try and follow at that moment, even though it may be taking you sometimes in the wrong direction. But the beauty of the dry media, you can recover to some degree. The charcoal is not as much as the pastels, but you still can recover to some degree. So I did a whole lot of heavy rendering into the left eye. So I think when I come back in the next session, I'm going to go more into the rendering into the right eye and see what we can get there. Wow. Whew. I knew this would be a long one. I'm really enjoying the journey, and thank you so much for going along with me and watching what I do. Appreciate you. That's it for this session. Creating Art Over 70. Sign Rufus. Thank you so much for being here. Blessings. See you in the next one.